Holy crap, the 8-year anniversary just got way more interesting. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video, and as predicted, Dokkan just announced the EZAs for the 5th year LR Fusions, the Gogeta Blue, and the LR VEGITO Blue. So we're going to be taking a look at their info, what they do, and their translations, and a surprising new OST for the two of them. So let's go ahead, let's hop over to Gress's page. Let's start with the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. He is final trump card or fusion category key 3 HP attack and defense 170. Now that's very surprising. I expected them to go 180 for them, as like that's pretty much been what all of them are. But then again, these guys were a 150 before, so it's still more than before. But you know what? You're probably not running them as a leader anyways, given we are now in the 200% meta. In their pre-transformed state, Gogeta has attack and defense 140%, key 4 when attacking, launches an additional super attack that has a great chance, that's a 70% chance of becoming a super attack, when he is the first or second attacker in the turn. He launches an additional super attack that has a great chance to evade enemy's attack in the third attacker in the turn. He also gets defense 100% when attacking. He transforms when conditions are met. His 12 key raises attack infinitely and raises defense for 1 turn. His 18 key raises attack infinitely and greatly raises defense for 1 turn. Now, this is something that I talked about with Greg Daw over in a collaboration video we did the other day, kind of predicting or what we were hoping these guys would do, and I kind of mentioned that yeah, they were probably going to give him some kind of raise on defense. Now I had hoped that it would be stacking, but unfortunately it does seem to be for 1 turn, which I mean, if you're floating him off, which is how most of these EZAs are designed, the greatly raising defense for 1 turn isn't the worst thing ever. But if you want to take advantage of the raising attack infinitely in base form, which is what he did before to build up that attack, it's pretty much going to be, it'll be hit or miss, right? You're going to be kind of hurting, I think, for defense on here, because I don't think the defense 140% or 100 is going to be enough to tank any major supers. You might be alright on some normals for the first couple of turns until he transforms, but I still think he's going to be good, right? He's going to quickly build up that attack. Now, once he transforms, he can evade enemies' attack as for the first turn after transform. Wow, they gave him the UI Goku ability where he just straight up evasion. That's nice. That's going to help him. He is attacking defense 150%, key 5. He launches an additional attack, 2 additional attacks, each of which have a medium chance of becoming a super attack. He has effective against all types as the first or second attacker in the turn. He's got key 7. He launches an additional super attack and gains a great chance of evading enemy's attack as the third attacker in a turn, plus an additional key 1 and attack 22%, key 5 up to 88% with each attack performed. He has a critical hit during the turn where the active skill is activated when key is 24. So his 12 key on his transform state greatly raises attack infinitely, and oh no, never mind, it's greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causing colossal damage. He stacks for 3 turns his defense for his 18 key. So honestly, that's not too bad. It's a shame that he can't just keep building attack. I feel like that would have made him maybe a little too OP, but nonetheless, I mean, raising his defense for 3 turns, combined with his chance to evade, combined with being effective against all types, and his build of attack and defense for 88%, which is pretty much like me and Greg expected in our video, what we expected them to do for this build, right? So now it's down, it's basically halved, right? Now, instead of getting 77% with what is it, 11% per attack, now it's 22% up to 88%. So it's essentially half, but with a bigger buff. So definitely, I think he's going to be really good as a 2nd or 3rd slot unit. And to be quite honest, it does feel like they build these EZAs built for second or third slot. We've hardly had any built for the first slot, so, you know, definitely going to be a solid unit on, like, the LR Gods team. I feel like he's going to link very well with the LR Gods, and he'll be able to be run on that team pretty solidly, honestly. So I do like how they handled this EZA. I think he's going to be phenomenal. Like the AGL Gogeta Blue, he is going to dominate on whatever team he's on. Now, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the Tech Vegito. He is Final Trump card or Potara, Key 3, HP Attack Defense 170. His pre-transform passive is Attack and Defense 140%. He gets Key 4 when attacking. He launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack when the first or second attacker in the turn. He launches an additional super attack that has a great chance to evade enemy's attack as the third attacker in a turn. He has defense 100 when attacking, transforms when conditions are met. So, like the Gogeta Blue, he's essentially the same in his base form. I would definitely want... It's like, you know, the AGL Gogeta was the prime example of this. You got to protect them a little bit until they transform. And the same is true, it appears, for these guys. Like, their initial passive isn't that great. It's just going to allow them to build so long as you can protect them, right? His 12 and 18 key both raise attack, while his 18 key greatly raises its defense as opposed to regular raising. So, basically the same thing as the Gogeta Blue. Once he transforms, he gains that evade enemies' attacks for the first turn after transforming. So they gave him the UI Goku ability. That alone is huge, like, on both of them, on the Gogeta and on him. Like, that is a huge ability to have. Like, you just chuck either one of them in the slot 1 on that turn for building, and you're solid, right? The second they transform, like, you know, if it's the final phase of Broly, for example, you just dodged every single attack in slot 1, and then you can let him build his defense, because there's a good chance, if you got additionals invested in this guy, you're probably going to be performing 4 super attacks in the turn for Vegito, right? Or at least 2 for the Gogeta. Just depends on how you have them built. Or at least 3 for the Gogeta, again, depending on how you have him built. So, once he's transformed, he has attack defense 150%, key 5, launches an additional super attack, gains a medium chance to launch an additional super as the first or second attacker in the turn. He has key 7, he launches an additional super attack that has a great chance of evading enemy's attack as the third attacker in a turn. He gets an additional key 1 and attack and defense 22%, up to key 5 and attack defense 88% with each attack performed. He performs a critical hit during the turn in which the active skill is activated, or when key is 24. So I do like that. Like, if you get, and given how much key he's given himself, same with the Gogeta, like, getting that 24 key is going to be extremely easy given how much key they give themselves. On top of, like, again, if you're running on the LR Gods team or on a proper lead, you're already easily getting your 12 to 18 keys, so getting 24 isn't going to be that much harder given how much extra he's getting. On his 12 key, he's greatly raising attack and defense for 1 turn. On his 18, he's raising defense for 3 turns. So, almost the exact same, right? You just flop the effective against all types and the critical hits, pretty much. That's really the only change between the two. I do think they are handling these guys pretty well. They seem like... Oh, well, and Gogeta has the extra additionals built in, right? So they are definitely going to be powerhouses once fully built up. As of right now, so far as I can tell, actually, let's back out of this. Let's see if he's updated his page at all. As far as I can tell, at the moment of me recording this, there's no change to the... Yeah, I don't see anything. So as far as we can tell, there's no change to the transformation condition, so it's still going to be on turn 5 as it was before, unless we find out something else in the data download. But as of right now, we don't know any difference in them. Which is fine, actually, when you consider the fact that they're raising attack on their 12 and 18 key in base form. You probably don't want to transform them right away anyways. So maybe them changing it isn't the worst thing ever. It just means you got to protect them for a turn or two. But either way, they're still going to be good so long as you can get them built up enough, and they're going to hit like a truck. With the amount of buffs that they're giving themselves over time, you get all the way up to the 88%. You launch that active skill, and I don't think anything's standing in the way of that. You know, maybe sell max red zone, but otherwise, right, both of them are on superheroes, so like they will launch extra damage to sell max the boss event, right? The red zone event, you may still have some HP left over, but still, I think they're good. I'm excited. I pulled these guys on my JP account, you guys have seen, so hopefully I get to play around with them. Maybe I'll do some showcases with them on the JP account, get them link level, test them out, because I am excited for these EZAs. So I do want to leave you with one last thing. We have new active skill OSTs for these guys, so we're going to stop real quick. We're going to take a look at these and see just how they sound, because this will be kind of my first time hearing this. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the music, adjust your headphones, do whatever you need to do, and let's take a look. Wow. So awesome. It sounds so good. That sounds amazing. It's so fitting, too. Wow. Oh, that is so perfect. Wow, that is amazing. I definitely think I like Gogeta's more, but they're both so good, and these EZAs have me so excited. I cannot wait to test them out on my JP account, and you know what? I may actually start playing my JP account a little more. I usually use it for you know, just grinding out the dailies, building up some stones, but this has me excited. And if it's got you excited, make sure you leave a comment and like the video if you like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, guys, let me know, how hyped are you for Gogeta Blue and LR Vegito Blue's EZA? I know I'm excited. I can't wait to test them out. I can't wait to play around with them, and I just want to know how excited you guys are, and how many of you guys can't wait for July for these guys to finally come to us on Global. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.